In this video, we will continue with the examples of modeling and simulations of ordinary differential equation system containing initial value problems. Here we dealing with the plug flow reactor model development. Let's say we have a cylindrical tube with the reactants flowing in one end and reacting as they flow to the outlet. So as it goes from this z equals 0, there will be a reaction as it goes through this along the cylinder length. So F is the molar flow rate of chemical, which changes by dF in the small tube section, taken as dV. So the overall equation for the small tube section can be represented by these equations. The molar flow rate can be related to the velocity, and if the velocity and cross-sectional area of the tube are constant, then this can be converted into this. And then by these derivations, which the detail of which I put in the week 6 additional materials, we can get this equation simplifies into these equations in here. And since normally R is a function of Z, this will be R equal Fz. The initial concentration is known. Then we can solve this problem. So let's say in this example, for this particular example, we have a fit consisting of an equimolar amount of A and C with the following reactions of 2A becomes B. And if the reaction takes place in the liquid phase, the volumetric flow rate remains constant even during the reaction. The equations of the components become this. And since the rate of reaction is second order with respect to A, then the rate of formation of B will be this one. Therefore, the equations for A, B, and C becomes this. And then we also have an initial conditions of this. So the concentration of A is initially 2 kilomole per meter cube. The concentrations of B is 0 and concentration of C is 2 kilomole per meter cube. And also we have these parameters for the velocity, the reaction rate constant, and the length of the reactor. I give the detailed derivations in my additional materials in here. So as you can see in here, dF is equal R dV, or dV is equal dF per dV is equal R, and then this F is molar flow rate, U velocity, cross-sectional area, concentrations. Please take care of your units. You need to make sure that all the units basically cancel and consistent between the left-hand term and the right-hand term. And then if you're in the tube, the velocity and the cross-sectional area are constant, then you can get this dV. You can simplify this to this because your U is constant and your A is constant, so it can be taken out of the brackets. And then this A cancel each other from the left and the right hand side, and you can recover this one. And then by the stoichiometric relations, then you can relate that A in here is consumed, so that's why it has negative. B in here is positive because it's produced, and then A will be equal to 2 times B, so this is where 2 is coming from. So you will get this dCA per dZ, dCB per dZ, and dC per dZ. And then all these values are specified in our problem. So if we go back again to our slides in here, we can start implementing this problem into a MATLAB. So the first step is to solve the problems. You use the variables of yi is equal CA, y2 is equal CB, and y3 is equal CC. So essentially you are using one matrix of y, where the first component is CA, second component is CB, and the third component is CC. The function also needs to contain the velocity, the rate constant, and the distance from the inlet. The code for this function is this, where you have this y dot rate 1 VR y. Essentially, this has two inputs, VR and y. VR in here is not used, so it's considered a dummy input only. And then you have the one output y dot. Your y is a matrix consisting of 3 components. Your concentration of A is the first component of y, and then this rate in here is defined as 0.3 multiplied by CA. So the first term in here, the y dot 1, is equal to your first differential equations. The second component of y dot in here is equal to this term in here. The third component is equal to this differential equations. So then after that, this transpose operation is used to convert from the row vector to the column vector. And then you can test this M file by specifying value for each y. So this one is CA, by specifying the value for CA, CB, and CC. So let's say the value of the CA you specify as 0.2, 0.3, and CB is 0.3, and CC is 0.4. Then you want to check the value for your differential equation. So let's say you have the CA, then you need to check whether this value in here, value in here, this value in here is equal to the value in here. So you need to substitute the K with whatever given in here with U in here, and then your CA is assumed as 0.2 for this particular case scenario. So you have to cross-check the thing yourself, and using a hand calculation, you can see that it will be equal to minus 0.048, 0.024, and 0. After you verify that your function is correct, then you want to check your the concentrations of A, B, and C as a functions of the distance from the inlet. Then this will be your MATLAB file. It's called run rate 1. So this y0 is specifying the initial condition of your CA, CB, and CC. And then you want to check the concentration at which range of Z, so from 0 until 2.4. Then this will use ODE 45. Rate, it will call this function in here is to call rate 1 function, and this will be your Z span and Y naught. Then this comment in here will plot. Then this will give you the label on the x-axis and then the label on the y-axis and give the region. Once we run these things, then we get this value in here. You can see that the value of the concentrations of A decreasing with increasing length. The concentrations of B increasing. C in here does not get consumed during the reaction, so the values stay constant. So these are an easy example of the dynamic lamp models. I will cover this example in this video and move to another example on the next video to limit the length of the video. So thank you for listening.